Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the WE M1911 Gas Blowback Airsoft pistol. The main reason I wanted to make this video was because when I wanted to go out and buy a gas blowback airsoft pistol, there really weren't that many videos out there and it made it really hard to decide, so I ended up taking a bit of a gamble with this gun, but it turns out to be a good one and I want to just share my experiences with the gun and whether I recommend you pick it up or not. I recommend you pick this gun up from Patrol Base. This is not sponsored in any way, but I bought all my airsoft gear and guns from Patrol Base. It's a really great website, fast delivery, and they have really good support, so it's by far my favourite airsoft website in the UK. The first thing you'll notice with this gun is the Perma Pre two-tone blue. Now what does this mean? Obviously you don't want to get any gun in a colour like this, but for it to be legal without a UCARA, which is basically the airsoft gun license, you have to get it in a two-tone. Now a lot of two-tones will be adding on to an already black gun, which means they're fairly easy to remove because there's only 1 or 2 layers of paint. But this is a perma two-tone from the factory, so you can't remove it. It's stuck on there. If you tried really hard, you could strip back the paint, but you're going to have bare metal underneath. The easiest option would be to change out the grips, because they are the grips of a real 1911, so you could just put some cheap black or brown grips on there. And as for the slide, the easiest option, and it still wouldn't even be that costly, is just to buy a new black slide for it. If you're over 18 and have a UCARA gun license, then of course you could go out and get a black one, but for people like me who don't have that, we have to get the blue. We literally cannot go and buy a black one. It will deny it at checkout because we can't present a valid UCARA. So as you can see by that clip, it creates a really nice realistic gun cocking sound, which shows that it has good quality metal parts inside. If it was cheap, it would make a very plasticky sound. This sounds basically the same as a real 1911. The pistol has 3 different safeties, which are all seen on the real 1911. First, you have the grip lock safety, so if your hand isn't on the grip, you won't be able to pull the trigger even when the hammer is all the way back, as you can see here. The next one is your hammer and then a slide lock. So you cannot move the slide, which means you can't fire the gun because the slide has to go back when it's fired. And the last one is a half hammer lock safety, so if you pull the hammer halfway down, even if your hand's on the grip, it still will not fire. So I'm going to run through some technical specifications and just a feature list, so if you guys have a specific question, maybe this will answer it here. The gun has a textured grip for an extra hold. It has a rear lanyard mount point, traditional 1911 sights, slide locks back when magazine empty, as a hammer lock safety, a beaver tail grip safety, traditional trigger design, a full alloy magazine with polymer feed lips, and those 0.2 gram BBs at around 320 feet per second, give or take 10%. I believe I've actually chronoed it before on a good day at 350 feet per second. The gun's weight is approximately 0.89 kilograms. The weapon scale and weight is 1:1. The shooter configuration is for a right-handed user. The gun is of course semi-automatic and gas blowback. It runs with green gas, which is a mixture of butane and propane. The suggested BB weight is 0.25 gram BBs, which is what I use, as you can see in the background there. The outer barrel thread sight is female. The sling option is the lanyard loop, like I said earlier. It has a hop-up adjustment underneath the slide. The magazine will take 15 rounds and then 1 bullet in the chamber. Now the magazines on the gun are actually really great. Now yes, they are only 16 or 15 rounds big, sorry. Now of course for airsoft that's not the most tactical thing and it can be a little bit annoying. I do like that this gun is realistic. It is based off a real 1911, it has the exact same rounds in the mag. It weighs basically the same, the iron sights are identical, the mag capacity is the same. But that was one of the annoying things about a 1911, is that in airsoft, unlike in real life, if you shoot someone with a gun, they're going to be dead. But in airsoft, each person is usually going to take about 4 hits to confirm that you've hit them at least, especially with a pistol as it's going to be more inaccurate. So if you're someone who wants a really tactical gun, then the 1911 probably isn't for you, because let's say you're in a CQB environment, you can get something like a Glock, which has got towards more like 30 bullets in a mag, or a Beretta, which can have towards 30 rounds in a mag, but this only has 16, so you're going to be reloading a lot, and you're going to have to purchase a lot of extra mags because it only comes with 1, so that's really inconvenient. But for me, I was able to look past this because I really wanted a realistic airsoft pistol. I wanted to be as realistic and real experience as I could, therefore I chose the 1911 as it is my favourite gun and I like the fact that it is realistic. Here you can see me fitting into my pistol holder. Now it's got camo on it. Considering the gun is bright blue, I don't think it's that necessary, but it fits really well in pistol holders and will probably fit really well in the belt holder as well, so I wouldn't be worried about it being too big or too small for your holster. For those wondering, that holster is a Viper Tactical Multicam leg holster. Alright, now we're going to move into the shooting portion. I tried to provide a variety of perspectives and angles so you guys can really see what it's like to shoot. I was dry firing it, so I didn't shoot it too much because that's not very good for the gun, but I do not want to fire BBs in my garden. You may be wondering why wasn't the slide locking back every time. It's because I had my finger on the slide release. You're not meant to be able to dry fire this gun. So that about wraps up for this review. I was trying to keep it as short yet informative as I could because I know you guys probably have a lot of questions about this gun. I've tried to cover everything that I can think of, but if you have any other questions, make sure to leave them down below and I'll answer straight away. I'm really happy with this gun. I've owned it for a couple years now, so I think I can give a fair opinion on how it is to use. Yeah, the mags are small, but that's like a real 1911. If that's something you don't want, then you're looking at the wrong pistol. For what this is trying to impersonate, which is an M1911, it is really accurate, and WE have done a great job, especially bringing it to us at such a good price. If you don't want to get the two-tone one, it's even cheaper at only £100. If you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe and comment something down below. Share the video, it really helps me out. Make sure to stick around. I'm releasing daily videos at 4 PM BST. Peace out, guys.